Welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts 1920 Germany campaign. And here we are at the end of 1922. 1921 was pretty grim, but right at the tail end of 21, I think in November or December, about a year ago, we broke the blockade and things started to turn around. And 1922 has been better for us. Certainly, the blockade got our budget in better situation. We've gotten more newer, better ships finally out of building and into the fleet. And I think this is probably the first year in which British warship sinkings have significantly outpaced German warship sinkings. That said, it's been a little bit, much of this year has been a little bit of a stalemate. We reversed the downward spiral, and then the British kind of pulled back a little bit, and we went several months with no warship encounters at all. And so while we've taken the pressure off that we were feeling a year ago, we haven't really put much pressure onto the British yet. I'm not quite ready to do that with the entire fleet. We do have some more shipbuilding to do. We've kind of reached quality, a little bit of quality superiority, but overall, we're still kind of in parity. The British still have a fleet more than twice as large as ours. And the only ship category where we actually have more than them is our two, frankly, rather substandard battlecruisers against his one substandard battlecruiser. That's not very significant. But we've sunk some light cruisers. We've actually sunk quite a few light cruisers. He was up to, I think, 18 or 19 a year ago. One thing we have not done, though, is Britain started with, I believe, 5 battleships. They've built 2 more. They've never lost one. And, of course, this is the center of gravity of the fleet. The threat of reestablishment of blockade, while it may be getting more remote, to the extent that it still exists, it lies in these 7 battleships. I want to sink some of these starting now, and I believe we have the tools to do it. Our 4 original battleships are just too slow for that task. If they could get in range, they could easily outgun the thing with their large guns, but they're just too slow. And they're too inaccurate at anything approaching long range. However, Brandenburg is the jewel in the crown. She's like our Bismarck, our Yamato. She's inordinately expensive because I built a way more capability into her than she really needed in her propulsion. She's got the biggest guns in the fleet. Well, that's not actually true. She's got the most effective guns in the fleet because she actually has the accuracy to make these things pop. And I do not want her sitting in port. I want her out there killing British battleships, which is not, that's not really a realistic single battleship mission on its own. But that's just kind of the way the game works with the battle generator. So I am going to take Brandenburg and I'm going to put her in sea control. I'm going to do the same thing with Gneisenau as well, because she's got the speed also to force engagement with Britain's 23-knot battleships. And they're going to be operating out of Emden for now. The game will send them back who knows where after a battle. In game mechanics wise, what I'm trying to do with this is force or increase the chance of these 1 versus 1 battleship versus battleship encounters with these two particular ships. There's no point in doing it with the older ones because they might get the battles, but they won't be fast enough to force the engagement to a decision. It may not even spot the British battleship. But Brandenburg and Gneisenau, and Brandenburg's actually up to veteran status just because we decommissioned some light cruisers to use their veteran sailors to plus up the quality of the crew pool that Brandenburg drew her crew from. And that got her a regular crew, but the crew training program, that funding, has gotten her up to veteran already. Gneisenau has got a regular crew. We spent a lot of money for these. We waited for them a long time. It's time to get a return on that investment. That's expensive. Taking a $3 million a month ship and putting it in sea control, she's now costing $5 million a month. But we have built up a substantial reserve, and we can sustain this for several months. So time for Brandenburg and Gneisenau to go battleship hunting. Hopefully that happens as we proceed into 1923. Both sides lose 3 transports. We have a convoy battle here, just off the coast of northeast England. And that is a couple of our heavies versus a couple of their lights. The transports are superfluous. I've said that like a billion times now. I hardly even look at it. So that battle should be fine. Did we get what we wanted? We did not. However, I like the matchup. Hansa versus one of their heavies. I think we saw last. I think we saw last episode in the Battle of Heligoland, which is pretty big cruiser action. That our heavies match up. As long as the kill comes before you run out of ammo. Our cruisers burn through their 9-inch ammo pretty fast. Okay, so we got a couple of heavy cruiser actions here. I think these are going to go well. Let's go ahead and do this one first. Already within spotting range. And we want to keep this engagement range somewhere around 7 to 8. I just don't want to deal with her torpedoes. Why give her the chance for the lucky shot? Things will gradually get turned around here. Not give her that good geometry. Aft, we've only got the one 9-inch turret. That second, quote, main turret back here, that's an 8-inch. It was kind of a design compromise on weight and balance. The 9-inch doesn't fit in this aft barbette on the aft tower. Okay, this position looks pretty good. She is going, well, she's not identified yet, not sure yet. I'm going to slow to cruise for now, because I don't want to strip ahead of her. This range is fine, I just kind of want to maintain that. Getting some ricochets. Let's go HE. Blade. 20, yeah, okay, 25 knots is good. Down to 82% structure. .9 kilometers. Happy to maintain this basic position as long as he cares to, and as long as I've got ammo. We've just got one 9-inch turret firing. I don't think we're going to burn through it very fast that way. Slowed a little bit. 7 kilometers. Down to 22. 7.2 kilometers. Let's drop a couple knots. .69% structure. It's taking a little bit of flooding. That is a destroyed compartment back there. That little bit of water, it's not much, but it's not going away either. Some more flooding. And he may have gotten hit in the same compartment, though. Does have maximum bulkheads. So any individual flooding hit is not going to spread very far, whether it gets dewatered or not. Oh, there's a forward, a little bit of forward flooding. That's a yellow. I can't tell if that's red or yellow. I believe that's red. So that little bit of water I don't think is going away. That 8-inch gun fires fast too. It's already in the yellow. 7.4 kilometers, he's down to 20 knots. Actually, let him close a little bit, maybe. Oh. Well, inadvertently, my firing line is right in the cone where the smoke from the stack is impacting it, and I've been putting up apparently with this smoke obstruction. And if I change heading, I don't know if that's going to change. Yeah, that clears it. That also does is give me a better angle. Switch to auto. I am likely to give him a torpedo solution at some point. Nice changed angle. Back to HE. Okay, he's had enough. It's at 18 knots. Let's go back up to cruise. I'm going to go on save just in case if we do any hard maneuver, it drops our accuracy. Maybe save a couple shells by the guns holding fire momentarily. I don't intend to make any hard maneuvers, but, you know, just in case he pickles off a torpedo spread. Yeah, Blake is not in good shape. His funnels are gone, his towers are wrecked. Looks like his forward, both of his forward turrets are out too. It's taking a little bit more fighting. He's lost enough crude that he's at 0% efficiency on torpedoes. I do not know if that means that he actually can't fire torpedoes, or if it just means he won't be able to reload if he does fire. I think earlier in this campaign, or it might have been I think we did see a case where it looked like an enemy ship had a perfect torpedo shot that I'd blundered into, and he just didn't fire. And he did have that 0% torpedo efficiency from crew at the time. Not conclusive, but kind of an indicator that could be going on. Clearly going our way. I'm just, you know, I hope we get them before we run out of ammo. That's what happened at Heligoland. We were beating the snot out of the enemy crew. Oh. And then everybody ran dry. And we just had to disengage because we didn't have any more main armament rounds to throw at them. Nice. 1,600-ish victory points. He did enough damage to get 2 for himself, and another British heavy cruiser gone. It's kind of nice. For 2 years, these Aurora-class heavy cruisers pretty much had their way with us, by and large. And we have finally turned the tables. Kind of the same for their light cruisers, too. Okay, that's a successful battle, and now we are attacking a 6-ship convoy just off the coast, kind of between Hull and Sunderland. Ostensibly, we're attacking a convoy. What we're really doing is we're attacking these 2 cruisers. Already spotted. Well, those are merchants. Don't burn 9-inch ammo on those. I'm pretty sure these are merchants. Yeah. Shoot them up with secondaries for XP until the cruisers come into view. I used to try pretty hard to sink all the transports as a priority in these campaigns. I'm not doing that anymore. Not until there's a mechanics change where it's clear there's an actual value to doing so, beyond maybe some crew experience. And that could be. This is the stable version of the game, the released version. There is a beta. I don't know if it's like an opt-in beta on Steam, or if it's some kind of thing where you have to go to the Game Labs site to sign up. I don't know how to get in the beta. I may actually look in Steam after this and see. But there is a beta version of the game where, they're kind of working through what they might put in future patches. And I have read that there is already something. I think they've added some victory points for the transports that are actually visible in the... I don't want to get too close. Yeah, okay. Hard turn. I guess it's a good time to turn off the... turn on the guns. And turn off the torpedoes. Wait till I have a shot that I like. Is Nottingham fired? No. Patrol is reloading. Okay, we shouldn't have any more torps in the water that we haven't seen yet. Let's go ahead and work on patrol for now. Smack that transport that blundered in front of our fire there. Nottingham still hasn't fired. Particularly want to get any closer. Just turn away. Let's go to save. That whole hard turn, save a few rounds thing again. Yep. Let me make sure Friedrich Karl isn't going to have a problem with these. I don't think so. Yeah, she'll be fine. Patrol down. Focus fire. Nottingham, who is currently reloading. Whoops, and is fired another. Pause a second here. Who are you firing at? Are you firing at Friedrich or Prinz? Kind of firing at both. Friedrich Karl, detach. How about you go a hard right? And Prinz Heinrich. I think you just need a modest course change to the left. Friedrich Karl's already fine. Just straighten out. Get all your turrets aimed. I believe Prinz Heinrich will be fine as well. Go ahead and come on around this way. Whoop. There's another batch. Hard right turn for Friedrich Karl. That should be fine. Well, there's actually no reason. This is fine too. She's still got plenty of torpedoes. Gotta keep an eye on that. So thin-skinned, I think HE is fine. Probably could have done that earlier. Don't like how close she's getting. She's got fast torpedoes. Open range as best you can. Same with Prinz Heinrich. I mean, the HE is fully penetrating anyway. Just reduce the overpins. Okay, 2 more light cruisers. Into the deep. 3,000 victory points. So that's what, about 1,500 apiece? I don't think we got VP for any of these. And I think that heavy cruiser was that 1,800, I think? Stacking it up now. We're now over twice as many victory points compared to Britain, which, relatively speaking, is a reversal of the situation in 1920, where they had twice as many as us toward the beginning of the war. I would suspect that it won't be long before the Chancellor comes saying, "Hey, Navy, the British want to make peace. What do you say?" And we're going to say no. That British Prime Minister needs to go. And if the King of England gets deposed along with him, that's fine too. Okay, we did not get our battleship matchup, but that was a very good month for us. We do have some repairs going on. 4 ships being repaired, 3 heavy cruisers and 1 light. But these were all light damage, and they will all 4 be back into the fleet at the beginning of next month. And I think this is a good time for an episode break, and we'll see if our 2 sea control battleships can get into action in the next episode. Thanks for watching.